This is our 10th get-together here at the Lake Superior Railroad Museum at the depot in downtown Duluth since we've been closed. Before we get going, I'd like to take some time just to remind you that you can support the Lake Superior Railroad Museum by becoming a member. Our membership rolls are growing, and you can help us by becoming a member today. You can just click on this right down here. Go to lakesuperiorrailroadmuseum.org. Well, speaking of time, I just thought we would talk a little bit about time today. For instance, right now, as we record this, it's 3 o'clock. That means it's 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. In New York City, it's actually 4 o'clock. And in San Francisco, it's 1 o'clock. And keep in mind in Hibbing, it's always 5 o'clock. Yeah, maybe later. So time was set locally in every community by where the sun was at noon, high noon. And you knew when the sun went down, you should go to bed, and usually the next morning when you woke up, the sun was shining. But then came the invention of the watch, and time became more accurate. And then came the railroad, which meant you traveled. So if it were 2 o'clock, high noon in your town, and that's Duluth, let's say you're going to Fargo. Well, it may be 11:45 based on their high noon. But the train you're taking came from Chicago, and now it's 2:38. Or if you go further west, you might go to Bismarck, where it's an hour later or earlier, based on what time high noon was in that town. And you know, at one time, there were over 300 different local time zones. Imagine what that meant for the railroads. The comings, the goings, the going, the coming, the coming, the going. It was so confusing, they had to do something. So the railroads all got together to solve the problem. And on November 18th of 1883, they did it. They decided 4 time zones in all of North America, and only 4 time zones in all of North America. And they drew the lines to avoid major cities to travel mostly through no man's land. But that meant that every railroader needed a watch, a pocket watch, and a very special pocket watch made by the Hamilton Watch Company. They're a special model just for railroaders that met all the tough standards set down by the railroad industry. And everybody had to have their watch serviced once a year at a reputable jeweler that could handle the exact time in their zone. And that was in Duluth, Security Jewelers in downtown Duluth. And by the way, they donated this Hamilton watch to us. So the fact that it's 3 o'clock in Duluth, 4 o'clock in New York City, 1 o'clock in San Francisco is all because of time zones. And we have time zones because if you work it hard enough, it all comes back to the railroad. We'll come back to you tomorrow with another episode, so please tune in, share these with your friends and neighbors and relatives, and during these crazy times, wash your hands, cover your coughs. Please, let's take care of each other.